All right, welcome back to Coffee and Candor. This is Brandy.
Amber.
Chris. And Ross is looking at his fucking phone.
Ross is playing a game. Okay. All right, stop it. We're going to go... Welcome back to Coffee and Candor. This is Brandy.
Amber.
Chris.
And Ross.
Woo, look at there. Okay, so today we're talking about...
He wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready. Okay, so we're talking about... It blew up this week. T.I., the rapper.
I like that case.
Thank you. His daughter just turned 18. And apparently, he goes every year, like
even now?
like what he says is he's like, we have our birthday party, and then within a couple of days, I tell her I'm going to take her. And it's kind of like, while we're all happy from the party, I take her to the gynecologist, and I have her hymen checked. What?
That's weird.
The fuck? First of all,
No. Mm-mm.
First of all, the doctor, and like, he coerces the girl because he'll get her in there in front of the doctor, and the doctor, of course, has to ask her permission to discuss this with her father.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll go, well, she's got nothing to hide from me. Have you done something you don't want Daddy to know? Ew!
Oh, what the
gross.
fuck?
Yes,
Gross.
yes, I have.
And so,
I mean,
and like the doctor's...
See, the doctor should be the one to say, sir,
you're going to leave.
you take your ass in the...
He's not in there when she's in
Yes!
stirrups.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Because he's a freaking weirdo.
And then, I mean, like, ooh, how awful for her. Anyway,
Yeah, that's...
then the doctor's like trying to like, I think, go, you need to dial this back. This is fucking weird. He goes, now you do know that just there's a lot of ways to lose your hymen. It's not necessarily just because somebody doesn't have an intact hymen doesn't mean they're not a virgin. It could be like riding a horse, falling off a bike, doing, gymnastics. A lot of things could cause. He's like, she ain't doing none of that. Just check it. Give me my results. That's exactly what he said. And you know how all this came out? He was bragging about it on a talk show, on like a podcast.
Oh my God.
And they were
That's
like,
just weird.
what the fuck? And
Yeah, that's... Oh my God.
and here's the best part. Now, she's the older. His 14-year-old son apparently nails everything.
It's
classic.
always fucking like that.
14-year-old son, does he check his butthole to see if he's...
why
would
do
say that. Oh,
they
I
have
said
to,
that.
God.
They have to act like they have to protect these girls, and they let their boys just fuck everything.
Like, they're fucking somebody's daughter.
Uh-huh.
I mean, God,
And like,
damn, that's
like
fucked
that's
up.
just so gross and backwards. But people have just been like calling him out and like, and apparently the girl, like, people have been making comments going, that's backward and gross and wrong, and she's liking them.
Good. Did you say she's over 18?
She is now, yeah.
When he says some shit like that, she should be like, well, I'm over 18, so yeah, I'm fucking. Fuck off.
No, and
well,
then,
even at like 16, I think she could have told the doctor,
I mean,
no, I don't
God.
want him
Right, but
That's
to
just
know anything.
weird.
but she's so, I mean, I would be so, like, y'all, I was married, and I was embarrassed for my daddy to come in the room after I had the baby because that meant he knew I had sex. Okay? I was married. So I can imagine how there's nothing you want to hide. There's nothing you've done. That's fucking
Yeah,
your head. But to me, it always goes back to this fucking purity culture, which I've always thought's fucking weird. It's creepy. It's, first of all, I think...
Explain what that is.
like the purity rings and the daddy...
Those creepy fucking like daddy-daughter weddings.
Yeah.
And daddy-daughter dances. I think daddy-daughter dances are weird. I'm sorry, I do. I mean...
That's what they're about, yeah.
Yeah, it's about purity. And
No.
I know you went to the one at the church, but
Yeah.
I
It
still
was,
think
it
it's
was
weird.
at the church, so it probably did have some kind of hidden...
It
Oh,
did.
God.
It
meaning.
did. It was about
Yeah.
purity. And a lot of times before they go to these, they'll give them a purity ring. Mm-hmm. And it's like a wedding ring that...
We totally didn't do that.
Well, I know you didn't.
No, but they do have
But
these
that-
where
but
they
it's a
wear
thing.
You weren't,
white dresses.
You weren't in the inner clique.
They look like child brides.
And
And they
it's-
don't have
I
the
mean,
veil. They don't have all
God.
that.
It's a
What
way
but
of
they
the
have white.
actual fuck?
Exactly. What in the actual...
It's
Yeah.
basically saying until a man takes this ring off
I
and
promise
puts an
Daddy to
engagement
keep
ring
myself
on,
pure.
that daddy is the man in my life. Look it up. That's what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. No, I'm not going to look it up. I already feel like I need to boil my brain.
And so I think that to me that's so troubling anyway. It's like, and then the connotation that a female's value, a girl, a woman, is in her hymen, is in her vagina. Like that. I got news for you, motherfuckers. Your dick is not so magical. If it goes in me, it changes my value or my worth. It doesn't.
And you know what? And these people, they don't care what their sons do.
No.
So they've got this nasty dick that's been in who knows how many things, and then here's my pure daughter for you to put it in. I mean,
right? I mean, they're doing it with somebody's little girl, so.
It's disgusting.
It's so gross and it's so backwards and it's supposed to and like conservative Christians are all about this purity culture. Yeah. I mean, like they have the rings that are the little crown, and you and literally you put it on the wedding ring finger, and it's not supposed to come off. Because when you go to look or maybe give somebody a handy, you see it and you're like,
give somebody
I shouldn't be doing this.
Oh, Daddy wouldn't approve, so...
Better use the other hand.
And so,
better use the dirty hand.
Better use the dirty hand.
She's a slut. She's the good girl.
You know what else gives me creeps is like nuns when they said they're married to Jesus.
Yeah, brides of God.
It's just like... And they talk about it being their father and they're married.
Did you see the thing the other day about... I just caught a glimpse of it and didn't see the rest of the story, but it was about the Catholic Church considering allowing priests to marry. Like, maybe if you'd tried that a couple 100 years ago...
They'd stop raping the altar boys.
Well, here's the thing, and, far be it from little old me to say some shit that the Catholic Church doesn't agree with. I'm going to do it anyway because fuck them. I'm not Catholic. Staying unmarried doesn't make you any closer to God.
No.
As a matter of fact, I think that if anything, it would make you a little bit farther from God, because if that's the route that we're going to go, God created Adam and Eve.
Well, that's God.
He didn't create Adam and say, "Here you go, fucker."
Well,
that would have been a short experiment, wouldn't it?
Our biological urges and our need for sex, those all are natural, ingrained in us. God gave us that urge to procreate. So it's not. It's not
like some unnatural act.
Right. I know that the church's business is making it seem dirty and twisted, but it's not. It's what people are literally biologically
programmed. And if it's
programmed.
dirty and twisted, that's the fun kind.
Yeah. Well, but we're biologically programmed to do this. And so I think it's the reason that we have all this weird, the altar boy joke is a thing for a reason, because they have to deny their natural urges. They have to suppress it and live in an unnatural way, and it comes out. And I'm not by any means giving them a pass because it's reprehensible. No. But I just don't understand. I don't understand. And I think it had something to do with self-sacrifice, and you didn't want to be distracted by fleshly things. But obviously, since
that's not working.
Pure for God.
Yeah, and obviously, since they've been diddling little kids, they're distracted by fleshly things. So let them have a real relationship.
So here's the thing that clearly nobody in the Vatican ever thought of, because they're morons. Actually, it's because they're power-hungry asswads.
Yeah,
but
they're not,
Yeah, they're not stupid. They're power-hungry and corrupt as shit.
It's got nothing to do with anything, but...
But what they apparently failed to realize is the longer you suppress those urges, the quicker they come to the top.
Well, yeah, the stronger and the more convoluted they get.
Yep.
And if you have these men who have to deny their basic urges, and then they're given free access to these little... children that are helpless, that's just a recipe for bad. And we've seen that it is, and it's been abused, God, for centuries. And the thing is, but like the popes, I don't know how many popes that we know historically had families.
Kids,
they had mistresses and children and families. Do you know one pope was a woman, and she actually went into labor?
I didn't know there was ever a female pope.
Well, she was posing.
She was pretending to be a man.
Yeah, until I've
read that.
She got knocked up.
Well, that must have been awkward.
That's why the chair the Pope sits in.
Oh, they can look at his balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's a real thing, and that's fucking weird.
It's a thing. It's gross. It's, but yeah. So I just think
I wonder why you don't ever hear anybody bitching about equality there.
Because it's so ingrained. And
no, but what I'm saying, I mean, everybody wants to raise hell about how,
want to be the first woman in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Want to be the first female
but nobody ever goes after priests.
First female president. I've never heard anybody saying they want to be a female president.
Because they know they can't. It's not allowed. It's not that it hasn't been done. It's expressly forbidden. A woman cannot have an office in the Catholic Church.
Well, it used to be a woman could not be on the front lines. I mean...
Well, right. But
yeah, women used to not be able to get into West Point either. And
I understand that those things are things that have been rewritten, but...
And don't get me wrong, I honestly don't give a shit if anybody's...
But what I'm saying is,
anything in the Catholic Church either, but I would like to see that shit storm started.
A woman can't even hold office in the Catholic Church, so there's nowhere... A pope has to rise from within the ranks and come up. There's not it can't happen because
I'm just saying that I'm surprised,
and I get it, but like they've engineered it in such a way that it can't happen. Basically they'd have to just throw it all out in the yard and start over. Which
maybe they should do that anyway.
I think they should, but I don't think they care what I think. Or
no, and they don't care that the whole thing's built on a big ass fucking lie either.
Yeah, it's not anything about religion.
No, it's all about power. It always has been,
and politics, and
well, yeah, I mean that's why the Vatican is its own country.
Yeah,
just like DC.
Mm-hmm. And I lost my train of thought, but yeah, I mean, like purity culture. I just think it's just so gross because we spend our time telling our daughters they can be and want and do anything they want, and but then we also say that like this little tiny piece of flesh between their legs is somehow changes their value. Like, have y'all heard the thing about that they do, I see it go around usually at the beginning of every school year about the chewed gum?
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
That basically a girl that's had sex is a chewed up piece of gum and she's disgusting and nobody would want her.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
We don't tell our sons that.
All right, so here's the thing. A girl having sex is really not a big deal, and anybody that says it is, well, no. There's an age delineation there. I need to put that out there. But a girl having sex is really not a big deal, and anybody that says otherwise is a fucking moron. However, nobody wants to be with the girl that's, gotten nailed by 100 guys. And it may be fucking misogynistic or whatever other term you want to put to it. And that, okay.
Okay,
yeah.
So I'm trying to find the thing about the little story that goes around. Basically, but they chew up a piece of gum and then they go, here, they take it out, you want that? And everybody's like, ew! And they're basically saying that's your, that's once you've given your virginity away, that's you're used up, you're dirty.
Wow,
God,
that
crazy.
is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. It goes around Facebook a couple of times a year. I see it every time.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Whatever.
I'll make sure I tag y'all next time because I will see it again. I mean, I've seen it out, and it's always like mom groups and and I'm just like,
so these mom groups, the people that are posting those, they married the only person they had sex with, and not ever got divorced.
It's like the church we don't talk about and their stupid marriage
counselors.
Videotapes.
Oh yeah,
of these people that have been divorced and are cheating on their spouses, but they're going to tell everybody else how to be in a marriage.
Yeah.
Like, just because you're talking the talk doesn't mean you can walk the walk. We all know that doesn't apply. And they're not saying it, oh, well, no, I made mistakes and I'm dirty and used, but I want better. How about we teach our daughters and our sons that sex is natural, but it carries weight. That on our psyche and our soul and our brain, we have to be ready to share that part of ourselves